MTI back with another one. What is going on, my future millionaires? Now, Solana had a massive last week. There were about 4 to 5 different accomplishments that took place, which included the blockchain and the ecosystem. Now, in today's show, we're going to be doing a quick recap on each one of those to help everybody catch up to speed. Now, before we dive into the content for the rest of the show, I do want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video called 𝗟𝗡, which is the first Web4 layer 1 infrastructure for a decentralized internet. Now, there are 2 things that make 𝗟𝗡 unique. Number 1 is the infrastructure known as DAG. And then the second part is their AI assistance that's going to be embedded into the Web4 infrastructure. Now, one of the biggest claims that the 𝗟𝗡 team has said the technology can do, besides being quantum resistant and others, is it will be able to do up to 700K plus TPS, also known as transactions per second. All right, so if you'd like to look into 𝗟𝗡 to do a little bit more research or potentially invest in 𝗟𝗡, all links will be down in the description. Now, here comes the rest of the show. So last week, Solana did happen to surpass Doge and Cardano, making it the 7th largest crypto by market capitalization temporarily. Now, at the time of this video, as we can see on CoinMarketCap, you can see it is back at the 9th spot, sitting around a 10.1, almost 10.2 billion market cap. And you got Cardano 11.1 billion, which is basically 1 billion more than what Solana is. And as I said before, I do see these 2 cryptos, Solana and Cardano, battling back and forth for that 7th and 8th spot until there's some significant room in between them. Now, looking at the first thing that took place, and I also did a video on this, Neon EVM, what this did was it launched an EVM, Ethereum virtual machine, that now runs on the Solana blockchain. And what this does is it allows Ethereum dApps to now run on Solana, utilizing Solana's efficiency cost and also using the scalability of Solana. Now, the second thing that happened, the second accomplishment, which I think kind of builds onto this. Now, this is the tweet of me talking about it. So if you want the details of, Solana and Ethereum joining forces, definitely check out that video. But the second thing is building Solana with Solidity, which is the #1 primary programming language on Ethereum, right? This is what the developers use for the Ethereum blockchain. So now developers can use that same Ethereum code and use it on Solana, right? This is huge. So not only do we have Ethereum dApps that can now run on Solana, but now the #1 primary language on Ethereum can now be ran on Solana as well. So basically, smart contracts can be ran in Ethereum's code on the Solana blockchain. This is massive. Now, the third thing that happened last week is the announcing of Game Shift, which accelerates the game development of Solana. And remember, Star Atlas also had a pretty successful week as well. So this shows that attention is on the Solana gaming ecosystem, which is huge because gaming is also going to be massive in the future for blockchain, in my personal opinion. Now, as we move to the fourth thing, and I think this is really big, this shows that Solana has done what they said they're going to do. Solana has been in 100% uptime since that last, offline outage that happened back in February this year. Everything has been at 100%, and they had a focus on working on the scalability and the stability of Solana, right? So you can see right here, the Solana Foundation has released the most recent Solana network performance report, right? As we move over here, you can see the Solana network has undergone multiple significant improvements since last network performance report in October 2022. Now, if you look right here, Solana holds 100% uptime since February. And I'm going to show you this as well on the Solana network here in a second. Solana Foundation recently declared that the network has had an uninterrupted 100% uptime since February, right? Now, remember in February, we had that, 18 to 20 hour kind of offline experience that happened with Solana, which also impacted the credibility of Solana, if we just be honest. Now, as we look here, stability and reliability were the focal points for network improvements during the first half of the year. And as you can see, this has been improved due to the network being 100% in the green. Now, let's go over to it. Here is, you can find this at status.solana.com if you want to check this out for yourself, right? So as you can see right here, all systems operational in the green. Now, this page only goes back to 90 days. So if you want to look further than that, you got to click on the view historical uptime, which I'm going to click on here in a second. But as you can see, it's only going back 90 days to April 25th, but you can see 100% uptime. Solana hasn't had any issues, right? Now, let's open up a new tab here. Now, as you can see, let's go back. Now, remember, we had that crazy situation that happened. 18 hours, so almost 19 hours major outage on the Solana network. But since then, you can see it's been all green across the network. And this is what developers, investors, major investors want to see for Solana, right? Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which is the fifth accomplishment, is basically now you can basically turn your Sol staking on autopilot. So for those people that's earning passive income, from, staking Solana, you can now put that on autopilot if that's something you choose to do, which I also thought was a small accomplishment in the ecosystem. So those are the 5 things that took place, right? So let's do a quick recap on everything we just covered, because we did cover quite a bit of information in a short amount of time. Number 1, we have the EVM that now runs on Solana, right? Still in development phases, but it is coming. It's not in the official, just mainnet yet. But Ethereum dApps can now run on Solana. The second thing, you have Ethereum Solidity, which can now be ran on Solana, which means smart contracts can be ran in the Ethereum code on Solana, right? The third thing is we have the gaming development, which is being sped up by the Solana Foundation. The fourth thing, we have the 100% uptime, which has shown massive improvements. And the team has said, we're working on these things not to happen again. And we have seen all green since then, right? And then the fifth thing is you can now treat your Solana, or you can now do auto staking with your Solana, right? So those are 5 major things that took place. And if you do just kind of want to highlight this, it's not an accomplishment, but I mentioned it earlier. Solana flipped Doge and Cardano temporarily for that 7th largest spot, right? Which I do see happening again. So if you like Solana content, you've come to the right place. Definitely smash that like button. It really helps this video reach a broader audience, and definitely hit that subscribe button as well. It helps grow our community even bigger, and we can all keep rocking together. I'm Mike the Investor. Catch you all on the next one.